Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's actually been a while, but yes, we are back. I've found some time in my spare time to finally record this video because I am celebrating 1 year, my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. And it actually isn't my 1 year anniversary. This is my 1 year anniversary of my first Roblox Greenville video showcasing my car collection. And that video was 15 minutes long, but this year we're going to make it even shorter, but it's going to be hard to do considering all the cars I have, so we got to get to doing this fast. So this is my first car, my 2023 Toyota GR Corolla, and I love this car, and we're not going to just explain and talk about it, we're just going to get right into the drive. So this is the Morizo edition. It is the two-seater version, and it's a very lightweight car, and it's also pretty quick for a car of its segment. It's very quick. Although for 60K, some people say it's not worth it, and a lot of people say that it shouldn't have the sports car Game Pass, which is very true in my opinion because the base Toyota Supra does not have a sports Game Pass, yet the core edition has required the sports Game Pass. But my opinion is that the base model should not have a Game Pass, whereas the Circuit and the Morizo edition have the sports pass. But I don't know, your opinions might be different, and if they are, let me know in the comment section below. That is the first car that we have test driven, and I gotta say, probably this is my daily driver. I drive this the most out of any of my other cars. It's a very fun car to drive, definitely worth the money. Anyways, scrolling back up here, this is my 2023 Lucid Air Sapphire Edition, which also recently came in the Greenville update, and it's about to die too, so we're gonna try and make this quick in hopes that it doesn't die on my drive. So this is pretty quick, and I've also used launch control before on my PC before my laptop screen broke. And then I did it on my Xbox, which is actually pretty fun. But yeah, this thing gets up and goes. Like, you floor it, and then it goes really fast as I proceed to hit a mailbox. But, I mean, for $240,000, which is actually more than my McLaren, it is definitely worth the money. Definitely makes for a great daily driver, too. Although I don't daily drive it, I just use it for kind of like my sporty sedan chauffeur type car. Although I don't hate on gas car owners, just like how most Tesla and electric car drivers do. But yeah, this is my Lucid Air. Definitely better than a Tesla Model S Plaid. Post your hate in the comments below. But yeah, this is my pickup truck. My 2023 Ford Raptor F-150 Raptor R blacktop. And it sounds insane. It has a V8, I think. I don't know, or I think it's like a supercharged V6, which I find absurd in a pickup truck. Yeah, this thing's fast. I mean, look at that. It has a top speed. It has a top speed of 164 miles an hour, which is unheard of in a pickup truck. Probably the fastest pickup truck in the game right now, if I'm correct. But yeah, you floor it and then it just accelerates. Probably I think this is like faster than an SVT Cobra in this game. Which, I don't know if that's true. Just doesn't no sound though. Maybe just give it a couple revs too. Kinda sounds off too, not gonna lie, but other than that, spent $100,000 for this truck. Definitely the best money I've spent for a truck. I can't wait till they come out with an F-150 Lightning. And next is my 992 Porsche Carrera 4S. Now, I originally owned a GT3 previously before this, but then I sold it because I didn't see the point in it. And plus, I've always wanted a yellow Porsche, a yellow 992 in this generation. My ex-girlfriend would be hella jealous, but nonetheless, let's get in with a drive. This thing really sounds like my Dyson vacuum cleaner. Just listen, just listen. I see no difference. Anyways, get on the drive. First impressions, it's actually kind of quick. Although for a car for its class, not really, considering all the electric cars in this game now. But yeah, definitely makes for a good sports coupe. Although if you want something more sporty or track focused, then you should get a GT3. Definitely. Don't get a GT3 touring though. It just ruins the look in my opinion. I mean, the touring without a spoiler, just have it be in one body color, no carbon fiber, nothing. It's done in my opinion. But I don't know. That's my opinion. But yeah, definitely worth the money. I paid $137 for this. But I have no idea. Yeah, I even got a Hawaiian license plate that says 992 on it. Very nice. Love the yellow calipers with the yellow body color. Definitely my dream Porsche 992 spec. And this is my most useless car. I never drive it. I think the last time I drove it was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, this is the car that I drive when all my other cars are out of gas, to be honest, because it's just useless. I'm just waiting for the value to go up to sell it, but this thing is pretty quick. Very quick car, but I don't drive it. I don't care for it, and I'm just gonna wait until the value goes up because it's $8,000 to sell it, and I have to wait 3 seconds to exit out of this. Okay, now this right here. This is my daily driver convertible. I used to, previously before this, I used to have a white 2 Series in this exact spec, but except it had black rims, and I love that car. It was my favorite 4-seater convertible at the time until this came around, because, I don't know, I just like taking my friends in it, you know. I take a bunch of my friends in this car, we just go drive around in this. Definitely miss that car, but no, I got a 4 Series now, and I have absolutely no friends to play with now. So this car just remains empty, so I just me driving it, or if I'm just with my other friends. But yeah, definitely a nice car. Unfortunately on mobile you can't change the ambient lighting colors, which is sad, even though on my laptop I was able to, so that's all that broke. But other than that, it's a nice car. It handles really good. I'm pretty sure I paid $50,000 for this, and this is like a step up from the base trim, literally the second trim that you can get. And I just love this interior and the ambient lighting too. It's very fitting. And then right here, this is my daily driver hatchback right here. Probably my dream first car in real life, but I didn't get that opportunity. But yeah, I love this car, especially like when it revs. Yeah, the little pops and stuff. I love the startup too. But yeah, I love this car. People still hate me for this, but I have a passion for a Ford Focus. Sure, they're not good rally cars, nor are they good street cars. I mean, the Land Evo is good for a rally car, unlike an RS, but an ST just hits different. It has a 6-speed manual, of course. I'm pretty sure it has a top speed of 155, or 160, somewhere around there, but definitely a great daily driver car, in my opinion. If you're looking for something fun, sporty, under 30K, then this is definitely a car for you, because it is nice. Also, if you also have the luxury pass, which this car requires you to buy, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. It should have either a sports or just a no game pass, because there's a lot of people in my high school who own this car, and they just bought it themselves, specifically from this one dealership lot in Seattle that has like 9 of these. So I don't know, I'll be looking into one of those. But yeah, definitely a good car, definitely worth your money. And this right here is my station wagon, my Volvo, which you actually might have seen in my last video that I've owned. It's still in the same spec. I've never changed it or anything. But yeah, let's get into the drive. My game just lagged. So yeah, you've probably seen a more in-depth test drive because I drove around in this for 3 minutes. We're just gonna talk around the block real quick. So yeah, it's still the same. It's still the same thing, basically. As my AEB literally tried to stop, but it couldn't stop in time because it was oncoming traffic. But yeah, if you're looking in the market to get a sporty station wagon but don't have enough money, definitely get this because it is like really cool. And plus, the Polestar V6s in real life, you hardly see these come up for sale. I mean, and when you do, they're like 50,000 plus, which is insane because if you were to find like a regular V60, they are like 20K or a little bit higher than that, or like an R design, 30,000 or more. But these Polestars are like, they hold their value. Definitely, and I have a feeling this might become a future classic, which is probably going to be sitting in my garage 50 years from now, if I even live that long. But yes, right here, this is my baby, my McLaren 675 LT, or 765. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, here's a little backstory on this car. I actually bought my first 765 or 675 LT back in 2020. I even have screenshots of it. But then like I just got really like just impatient with some Greenville updates, so I just sell all my cars and just buy new cars and try them out. That's why I had such a small collection a year ago. But now I have like a really big collection and a lot of money in the bank. And I definitely got one of these. And I've owned several of these cars in the past, but I think I've owned this exact car right here for 8 months now. 8 months, somewhere around there. But I love this car. Definitely my favorite supercar. Although I really wanted to get a remodel because look at these lights. And if you look at the headlights right here, super outdated. And the hazards too, really bad. And also, this car did not have a startup sound for the longest time until I actually reached out to Hunter on Twitter with some update suggestions on what cars he should add. And I even asked him to add a school bus and like a school update. And if you don't believe me, I'll show screenshots of the Google Doc that I just copied and pasted and sent to Hunter on Twitter. He never replied, or at least I didn't think he replied. And I'm not sure if it was Hunter I sent it to. I think it was like one of the other developers like Sky or Bluezilla or something like that. I think it was Bluezilla probably. But listen to that sound. That would lag. Just trying to get it so that it doesn't lag. Now this is my baby. This is the car that I really want on my midlife crisis. When I'm going through midlife crisis, I gotta have one of these in my garage. Definitely. And like this thing just whips. When you get up the speed, it just does not stop accelerating. Handles really good around corners too. Oh yeah. I love this car so much. Let's go around the block again. Screw it. Okay, sometimes I screw up when I'm driving this car, but still, I love this car so much. And this thing just, it does not stop accelerating. When that turbo kicks in, it just hauls. Yeah, that's my 675 LT. Excuse me. And then, moving on, I got my 2015 Genesis Coupe, and this is a BK2 R-Spec, which is a car that I want to buy in real life too, but I don't got enough money, so, welp. So this car just also got remodeled, and to be honest, I like the older engine sounds, because it kind of sounded like a GTR. It had the GTR engine sounds. Now this just sounds like some crappy 3.2 liter or something. But yeah, let's go on with the drive. Now, I really like the Genesis Coupe, although they are kind of expensive though. Like some examples for like 100,000 miles, they have like 100,000 miles on them, and they go for a lot, like in my area, especially the BK ones too. And they are nice cars. I would definitely buy one if I had enough money, but I would just worry about reliability issues. I mean, sure, it's a Honda, they're very reliable, but I kind of worry about that too. And also, I would get one with a manual transmission, but a lot of them out there are automatic, so I don't know. But yeah, definitely a great car for the money if you're in the market for a sports coupe, but don't have enough, or like don't have a lot of money to spend. Then yes, you should definitely get an R-Spec. It has a really fast top speed. I think it was like 155 or 160, somewhere around there. So, and next we are moving to the bottom of my list. I have my Lincoln Navigator, also known as my I don't have a name for it, but yeah, I love this SUV so much, and basically it's just a car that I drive a lot around. Sometimes I'll be driving this car most of the time. Probably my most driven SUV out of the few I own. But yeah, I just love this Lincoln Navigator. The new one doesn't hit it for me though, because I like the more boxy design. But the new one is starting to get more like rounded, but not as like really rounded though. So is the Expedition, but the Expedition's not like in my concern. But this Navigator though, this is the long wheelbase version, and I've put black wheels on it, and I've had it for a while now. I've owned this one. I think I bought this back in February actually, and then I think around April or May when I started getting back into YouTube, I fitted new wheels on it too, just to give it that blacked out look, because I mean it looks sick. I mean, you look at this car and tell me that it does not look sick. It's sick, like all blacked out. It gives you that like limo type vibes. And it also has good acceleration too. For an SUV in this segment, very good acceleration. But yeah, bought this car back in February, and I am never selling it. Next, this is an unusual purchase and probably the weirdest exotic car I have. It is my 2013 Aston Martin Signet. Now, Signet means baby swan, and that's what this is. I mean, basically, I did a separate review on my channel about this car already, and that was in the same spec as Doug DeMuro reviewed it, but I just reverted it back to the original spec, like this. So, basically, you've already seen my more in-depth review on it, but I gotta say though, for a Scion IQ that's rebadged with a bunch of like body changes, like unnecessary aero and hood scoops and stuff like that, like the side scoops and stuff, side air intakes and stuff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, for 40 grand, it was kind of a waste of money, but at the same time, I don't care. I mean, I would definitely drive. I always drive this car when I'm bored. And I just want to like throw this car around. I mean, it's kind of fun to drive if I want to go slow paced. Kind of reminds me of a Fiat 500 or like a smart car, but like on Gucci type level. But yeah, love that car. And this is my monster right here. This is my 2011 BMW M3 GTS, and they only have made a small handful of these. I've seen one in real life in my city, but they've only made a small handful of these. Hold on, I want you guys to hear that again. That is music to my ears. That sounds good. Yeah, I love this car. Especially because like I spent $190,000 for this car, and it's definitely not bad. Definitely not bad for the money. It's a limited too, so you can't buy it anymore. Separate review for this car. Mark my words, I'm doing a individual review for this car, so this is a sneak peek. Honestly, I don't know why I'm driving it now, but yeah, just to get a little feel of it. And I love the throw around corners and stuff too. It's pretty sick. And I don't know what I just drove over. But yeah, basically, 190K, not a bad limited car. This is probably my 4th limited car, because my first limited car was the Pacifica SRT, then it was the Signet, then after that it was the SSS Intimidator, but then I got bored of that truck, which I sold it, which I wish I never did, and then now I got this. But then you've got its offspring, the Beater. Oh god, don't do this to me. Like I said, the offspring, which also proceeds to have no gas because it has terrible gas like MPGs. I'm pretty sure it gets 7 miles to the gallon. But yeah, but this is a wicked feature it has though. Big backfires. And for $7,000, this is probably the cheapest and weirdest beater car you can get. the cheapest limited and the most weirdest car you can get. But you can't get it anymore because it's limited. But if any of the GB devs are possibly watching this video, which is a big and definite no, I still question to this day why you made this so limited, to be honest, but I can see why. I mean, it's got an M3 GTS Blur and M3 GTS Real. It's got some weird mods to it. And this example right here is actually totally in Alpine White, which is my favorite BMW white color. But yeah, for the money, it was definitely a good purchase, but not a good daily driver. Definitely a car that I would use to go troll some people with. Or terrorize people. And yes, oh yes, probably another good car here is my Lexus, my 2007 Lexus ISF. Now, I've ridden in an IS 350 before, F Sport, the new one. I gotta say, the acceleration is pretty good. I might show a clip on screen.
Oh my god! I'm gonna die!
Definitely worth the money. I bought this car back in February along with the Navigator. Haven't sold it since, and I love this car so much. And it also backfires too. But yeah, I mean, this car is fast. I mean, very fast. I'm pretty sure it costs around 30 or 27,000 with the luxury pass, but it's probably the fastest, luxury car under 30 grand. Mark my words. Probably the fastest. This is a top speed of 177 miles per hour. And it is quick. Like, you accelerate, and it hardcore, accelerates really fast. Probably not as fast as the Lexus IS I rid it in, and that was an F Sport 2020. But this is a 2007 ISF, so yeah, that Lexus ain't got crap on it. So, and then for the license plate, I did F Power to resemble the ISF with a Washington license plate. I don't think people get that, but to be honest, I don't care. And then this is my V10 BMW M5. Now, I've driven a V8 BMW 550 in my high school parking lot. I gotta say, that rips, but this car rips. It's very fast too, and it's got that V10 engine sound too, which I think I've mentioned this before, but this is my dream BMW of all time. And people are gonna laugh at me for saying that, but yes, the E60 M5 is my dream BMW, especially one of the V10s. Sure, I mean, you could spin rod bearings real easily. It's gonna drown me in maintenance bills, but if I can afford one, when I get enough money eventually, I will have one of these in my garage. Mark my words. I don't care, broke or not, I will have one of these in my garage. This will be my classic car. I'll take this car to car shows and stuff, show off that V10 in front of a bunch of Teslas. Bunch of low-life degenerates, living their midlife crisis in their 20s, buying freaking Teslas while I'm over here in my M5. Yeah, definitely good money spent on this car. I bought it around the same time I did with the ISF. And moving on to my 2007 Toyota Camry SE. And this SE has a V6. Now, if you can see the exterior, this is my Camry. Definitely a good sedan. If you're looking for a sedan you want to daily drive every day, this is definitely a good pick. And it has a V6 too, so it's got decent power. It's also got a good acceleration too, good handling. But yeah, I've driven this car a lot now, but what I do want them to add is a 2014 version. A 2012 or 2014. That's my favorite generation of Camry. And this Renaissance Red with the black sport rims with an SE, the SE V6 version. My favorite Camry of all time. And it will always be my favorite Camry of all time. TRD doesn't do as well as this. And it's definitely the best $10,000 I've ever spent right there. So, moving on. It's my Crown Vic police car. I don't feel like reviewing this because, This is a Crown Vic, but I'm pretty sure somebody else has reviewed it, but I don't know. That's my Crown Vic. This is my police car that I drive. I just recently bought it because I just sold my Explorer, which I've owned for the longest time, but I wanted a Crown Vic. Now this, this car is history. It might not be history to you, but it's history to me. You see, this car's got quite a bit of backstory, not in game, but in real life. So, in 2004, when this car was new, my parents, when they were still married, bought this car. And then they had children, of course. They had my 2 sisters, my brother, and me. And this car lasted them a long, long time. Then my parents split up, you know, but we still had this car. Just my abusive stepdad just driving it to Walmart every single day in the red Expedition up until it broke down. We replaced this car with a 2009 Pilot, but the memories in that car, the memories in this car will never fade. Definitely left tire tracks in my heart. I mean, this car never gets old for me. Definitely a good car to go camping with, true, to be honest. And, I mean, I love this car. But when it would get, like, extremely hot, because we lived in California, this car would be an oven, like, in the 100-degree weather, and the leather, too. It would just be, like, burning my ass. But I don't care. This car was legendary, and it will always be legendary. And it has a name, too. Its name is Gerald, which was given to the car by my sister because of Gerald Ford, the president. And moving on, this is my 2005 Excursion, which is my alternative to the Expedition, but this has a V10, and the startup sounds pretty sick. Oh yeah, when you start it up, it's got that power stroke start, and then the turbo whine or the whistle. Definitely a cool car. Sure, it's slow, but then you got that turbo whine too, like with a V10, like it's insane. I love this Excursion though. I'm probably, despite how slow it is, I'm probably just gonna drive it like up and down the road. But yeah, this car, not fast whatsoever. I mean, it does make sense for large families who wanted this car. But then at the same time, people consider this car a failure, which I kind of see that, because this is the only generation Excursion they ever made. But I gotta say though, very, very cool car. Moving on with my F-250 that does not want to spawn. And yes, believe me, I hate it when it does this. Finally, spawning the opposite direction I wanted it to. This is my 2005 Ford F-250 Harley-Davidson edition. And yes, it has that same turbo whine, which is why I bought it. Now, this is a fast truck. Definitely faster than the Excursion, probably because the Excursion weighs like a few thousand more pounds than this. But to be honest, I don't care. And it has, I'm pretty sure it has the 6.7 liter diesel V8 or V10. I have no idea. I don't know my Ford power strokes. I think, let me just get out real quick. This has a, I think when I bought it, it had like a V10. But no. This truck though, very cool truck. I know my grandpa owned this truck. He had a crew cab, silver, with these black slotted steelies. Never will forget that truck. I'm pretty sure he still owns it to this day, which just goes to show how tough and reliable these Ford trucks are. I mean, they'll last forever, and you'll put it through everything you've got, but they'll still drive at the end of the day. They're not as indestructible as Toyotas, but they still last longer than Toyotas. Last longer than anything, actually. Best trucks ever made. Undoubtedly the best trucks ever made. But yeah, this right here is my F-250. This is like, it's not my work truck. Definitely not my work truck, but it is my weekend truck that I like to drive around sometimes when I feel like it. Yeah, let's park it in the driveway ever so violently, God. And this is my 2004 Mercury Marauder. Now, I just recently saw a Marauder like 2 days ago, and there was one in my house. in my high school parking lot. But yes, the Marauder, it's basically the offspring to the Crown Victoria, but like a more sportier version. I mean, you accelerate. It's not that fast, but it's decently fast. Definitely. And I love shooting out the rear tires and doing drifts with it. Probably my favorite. Probably one of the easiest ones to control. But yeah, this car is horrible steering, like at speeds like this. Absolutely heinous steering. But yeah, I really like this car. It's kind of like a sporty sedan that I like to drive around. Very rarely though. But it just sits in my garage with no purpose. Let's see. Let's get back to the house here. Yeah, definitely a good car. I'm pretty sure it's like 24 grand. I'm not sure what the top speed is, but it's somewhere around like 140. And this is a truck that I actually my most recently purchased vehicle, because I have two. I'm not sure if it's like crew cabs. No, I have two quad cabs. I don't have a single crew cab, but I have a single cab, and this is my Ford Explorer XLT. No, Ford Explorer Sport Track XLT single cab. It's a very long ass name, I forgot. But yes, I love my Explorer. Definitely a good all-arounder vehicle. Definitely my work truck and my beater, my winter beater. My winter beater. I can't speak. This is going to be my winter beater this year. Last year's winter beater was a freaking Corolla, I think. Or I think it was a Ranger. I can't remember. But this is going to be my winter beater this year. Definitely a good truck. Somewhere around $3,000, I think, for this trim specifically. And I got it in Oxford white, which is like every commercial commercial Ford truck is painted in Oxford white. So I just had to get it in Oxford white. It's very fast too, especially for a single cab. But yeah, I don't think they actually make these in real life. I'm pretty sure this is like a fictional trim, and this truck has already got remodeled lights, and it's got high beams too, which is why another reason why I bought it. Definitely gonna be flashing my beams at people when they don't move out of my way. But yeah, I think this is a fictional version, or they sold them in different countries. I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google it when I get done recording this. And this is my candy van. This is the van that I used to kidnap people with. Don't tell anybody. But yeah, this thing is very slow though, so not very good for kidnapping people. That's what I use my Marauder for. I just committed more crimes. This is my express van though. Okay, I'm not sure what my game did there. But no, this is my Savannah, GMC Savannah. And this is the 2500 box van. Pretty sure. But yeah, for $6 grand, not bad. Although I do desperately want them to add the Econo line, or the E350, or whatever Ford E-Van that they had to offer. Or like a Transit too. Because, the vans are starting to die out. But like the van life is starting to become more popular, believe it or not. But like vans are starting to die out. The Transit Connect was discontinued. The Ram ProMaster was discontinued. The Express City Master, whatever they called it, was discontinued. Small vans like that are starting to be discontinued. And I'm not sure if they're ever going to discontinue this van, because they still make this. It still hasn't changed. It's been the same generation for several years now, but they've done a few changes here and there. And this, spawn please, thank you, my internet's being laggy. This is my 2002 Alpina B7, but it's a BMW 7 Series. What is this copper doing? Not sure if he's searching my house, but let's get on with the test drive. So it is an Alpina B7. Not in game, it's just a 7 Series, but I converted it to look like one, so you'll never suspect a thing. Hahaha. Definitely a good car that I bought. I just wanted a fun little project car to do because I was bored. So I bought this, and I did this like around a while ago. I think I bought this car back in April, but definitely a good car. Oh, come on. I'm not role-playing. I literally am recording my 1-year anniversary video, bro. Okay, let's just pull over and just get this over with. God damn. Well, cop let me go. He just said that I was speeding and that if I ran away, he was going to give me a warning, which I told him not to because I was recording a video, but he did not give a crap. But yeah, fun little project car, definitely for the money. I think I spent $21,000 in this car in total, but let's get on with my next car if it will spawn. And to my surprise, it does. So this is my 1998 Lincoln Town Car Limousine. And this car, I just bought it in the recent update because when I saw it, I did not see this like in the GV future updates page. Like I did not see this at all. So this was to my surprise, and this was the first car I bought in the most recent update. But yeah, definitely a good car for chauffeuring people. I've never chauffeured anybody in this car yet, so can't wait to do that. And I'm pretty sure this has like terrible gas mileage, but at the same time, it's like the cheapest limo in the game. It probably will ever be the cheapest limo in the game. Because, like, in real life, you could find these for $5,000. It's actually insane. Which is insane, but I find it stupid how you pay $400,000 for a Lincoln Navigator limo when you could pay $200,000 in real life. I don't know. Limo prices in this game are jacked up. If they can add more buses and limos, that'd be sick. Or, like, trucks. Or semi-trucks, which was promised but never came. But yeah, definitely a good car. 14K. Not bad, and I don't think it requires a Game Pass to purchase, if I'm correct, which I don't know if I am, but yeah. Does it require a Game Pass to purchase, I think, or I think it has a luxury Game Pass. I'll probably check later on. But yeah, this car is also slow, not to mention too. I don't know the actual 0 to 60 time. And now we are getting to the end of my cars. So, this is my 1992 Jeep Cherokee Briarwood, which just recently got a lighting refresh too, which looks sick. But yeah, the Briarwood, very cool, very cool. It's like a throwback to the Jeep Wagoneer in '81. But a little backstory on the Jeep Cherokee of this generation though, because I know one of my sisters who lives in California has a black Jeep Cherokee like this. It's a 4-door too. I'm pretty sure it's like an SE, but I'm not exactly sure. But this has the slowest, it's very slow. It also has a slow top speed too, but I don't care because it's very cool. It's like one of these cars I could like drive to the lake with or just go on little trips and journeys with. It kind of reminds me of that. Very cool though for my money. Definitely really cool. Probably not my favorite SUV, but probably like my favorite classic I have besides my Datsun 240Z. Okay, it does not drift. Definitely does not drift because it's a Jeep. I mean, heck, in 1945, they were assembling freaking Wranglers on the battlefield, so just falling out of airplanes. And this is my Yugo, which I actually did an individual review on my channel, my main channel, before I did a merge. Yeah, this is my Yugo. I'm not going to review this one because I already reviewed it in a separate video. And it doesn't have that much gas either, so next car, and this is actually my favorite classic car I own. This is my 1972 Datsun 240Z. And it's also finished in this beautiful orange color, which I just got. I own this car, bought it back in March, so I've had this car for a long time. Although it was painted in green before I got it in orange, so yeah. Probably, this is definitely my favorite classic car because my mom owned one of these way back when, before she totaled it. But it was green, it was like dark green. And it was way before I was born, so, I mean, I wouldn't even know. I I wish I could have seen it for myself. But yeah, I'm pretty sure cars like these cars go for like 20,000 on Bring a Trailer or something like that, or 30,000, as I cannot drive. But yeah, I really like this classic car. The lighting is really good in this car, man. Super realistic too. But yeah, very good car for a classic Nissan. Just like this car, just it's beautiful, and it goes to show how much has the Nissan Z has evolved into what it is today. Although people are still waiting to take deliveries of the new Z, so yeah. Oh, tried spawning the same car again. This is my oldest car. This is my 1981 or 1971 Mercedes-Benz 300 SEL sedan. This car definitely gives me driving on the Autobahn vibes. I mean, this is an old car. I might get a different plate for this car eventually once I buy the ZR1 that comes in the next update. Then I'll get plates for my classic cars. But yeah, this car actually handles very well. Bringing up the speed here. It takes this corner really well, which is actually very surprising. Oh yeah, this car handles really well. Hopefully I don't get caught speeding by that dumb cop. Oops. I also love how like detailed the turn signals is too, and I bought it when the update came out, when this car was released. But yeah, definitely worth the money. It's 11,000. It's like really cheap. So yeah, definitely a really good purchase. But yeah, this is the video. This concludes me celebrating my 1-year anniversary here on YouTube. And I just gotta say, I want to thank all my viewers and all my subscribers for all the support I received throughout the year. Really make me feel welcome to this community of making Roblox videos and just hanging out with my friends. It's a very nice experience, and I do plan to continue doing this, but not at the pace that I like, which I'm fine with. At least if I'm uploading videos now and then I'm fine with that and getting decent views. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy this 1-year anniversary special, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.